Ain't no hood like a sisterhood.
Why?
Ain't no hood like a sisterhood.
Why?
Ain't no hood like a sisterhood.
We all contribute to create the system.
That's true.
And then somehow we should all take collective responsibility for how the system is.
Blow your trumpets.
I will tell them blow that trumpet on the program.
Ladylike.
Yes, it's that time again where we bring you the best. One thing a woman should have and develop is a cognitive mind. She also has to have a broad mind, and the only way we can get this is to read, whether we like it or not. So today's program is going to talk about the reading culture. Every girl child has to develop that right from a very young age. And that is what we are preaching today on the program.
Ladylike.
I don't know, because the one we see now is
Yeah, everybody. Everybody.
you understand? And whether we like it or not, to me, I believe that the mind of the child is not growing. You're not really exercising your mind. To me, it's your eye. You are playing game. You are googling. You are chatting. So our guest today is going to actually tell us how we can develop our minds from one step to the other. Reading culture. You understand? I remember when I was growing up then, we thought it was punishment. But as we started getting older, it's like the things started dwindling down. Hey, was that your story too when you were growing up?
I can't categorically say. But I know I read storybooks. I know I read Chicken and River, Ralia goes to school. I be Ralia the sugar girl, Ralia the sugar girl.
Was it in school or you were made to? Was it part of your?
No, it was at home. That was how we got along with your neighbors. Have you read this one? Oh, I have this one. Then let's read this one.
Exactly.
Read this one.
We
That was how
we
exchanged books. That was how we did not grow up with mobile phones or
exactly.
tablets.
You know, so that's the spirit we are trying to promote. So there's actually an ambassador in the house today. She's going to tell us, ambassador in terms of a project she's promoting. She's going to tell us more about how we can develop reading cultures that can even help us, not just in schools, but in the development of the nation.
Nice.
Hang on.
Yeah, welcome back from that break. Now, if you're just joining us, you haven't missed much. With us in the studio now is a lady of inestimable value. She is the ambassador of Association of Nigerian Authors. She is also the president and the founder of Reading Awareness Society for Development in Africa, known as RASDA. She is Bukola Ladoja. You're welcome on our program.
Thank you very much. Wow.
Now, RASDA, Reading Awareness Society for Development in Africa, was founded in 2007, January 18, 2007. Tell us all about this. But before that, I feel like we want to know, how did you start?
Exactly. Well, I used to be a businesswoman. I studied psychology from the University of Lagos, and after I started the NGO, I went back to school to study publishing and copyright studies from University of Ibadan. And the promoting reading culture came as something that I had flair for from childhood, because my father, being an illiterate, despite being an illiterate, actually encouraged the reading culture in me. He was the one that trained me. It sounds very, very absurd.
Yes, it does.
Yes, that an illiterate parent could encourage reading culture. And because my father then, when I was in the primary school and secondary school, we always tell us as children, I was the first child, that as I'm going to my shop, it was a merchant, building materials merchant. As I'm going to my shop, please, when you come back from school, take your book and read. You will be so passionate and serious about it that when he's coming back from work, he will tiptoe. He will park his car few meters from the house. And there are about 2 or 3 entrances. He will tiptoe to the house. There was a real follow-up on our education. He will tiptoe to catch you
at what you are doing at that particular time.
At that time, he wants to know what you are doing. And the problem is you cannot even know the time he will come back. He will always use tactics to meet us at the state of how and what we are doing. One thing with him is he will motivate. So when he meets you reading, you are sure you will have something for it. So because I love good things and I love him taking very good care of me, I was very brilliant. I will just say, if this is what this man wants, let me just keep to it. So I devised a means. It's an everyday priority. So what I will do I just thought about it that, look, I have to be very smart about this, and I don't want to miss my goodies. Exactly. That time there was goody, Smarties, a lot of things. So
children love it.
I love it, so I want it. And what can I do? I think what I can do is to devise a means to actually play smart on my father. So what I did was, I would just keep some pocket money and cross to the other road to a supermarket. But there was a book corner, and in that book corner there was this Paysetter series that time.
Hey, Paysetter
series. I will be looking forward to when they will release the latest edition. I will go and pick it. So as soon as I notice it's between 6 and 8, my father will come at any time. So those 2 hours is my reading time. I will just crawl to my room, crawl on my bed, and begin to read Paysetters. My father, being an illiterate, wouldn't know what type of book I was reading. he would just tiptoe to my room. I was a fast game on him. He would just tiptoe to my room, open the door gently, meet me reading, and he will zoom back to the other children's rooms or the sitting room. He will just go and meet them and say, I'm tired of these useless children. Go and see your sister. He will mention my name.
Come on.
Reading, studying. But mind you, I did not know I was building a culture.
Yeah.
It's really
That's the irony.
Because literature builds mindset.
Yes, it does.
Now you see me thinking out of the box for projects. When I speak anywhere in the world, they listen. Because there's a repertoire of knowledge in me. I was able to build a mega robust mindset through reading. And I give it to my father and I will never forget. Children cannot learn or develop reading habits through core curriculum books. Parents have to invest in buying storybooks. Number one, storybooks is like a therapy. It's like a therapy. It has a kind of a psychological effect. Diverse. You build mindset, you build critical thinking, because you know why, and also it helps to grow the brain.
That is it.
Why? When there's a connection between the brain cells and the book. So these are the things that started building that reading culture promotion in me. So I tried my hands on so many things. I've worked as a journalist before. Yes, in my earliest time, I saw the teenagers. Are we grooming quality successors? The question kept on ringing in my mind. Are we grooming quality successors? And I picked my bar. I knew God wanted to tell me something. And God told me that these children they are not well equipped to take up the challenges of this nation because they are not reading. That without knowledge, a nation cannot develop. Mind you, when we started the NGO, we were going from one school to another to promote reading culture. From one senatorial district to another, from one hamlet, going to because we face the public schools. They are the sheep without shepherd.
Yes, they are.
We face the public schools, but with all our efforts, we discovered the children will be so enthusiastic about the project. They will want to listen. But there are other issues they cannot read. We begin to think through. How can we help? Though it is multifaceted. Some people will say we don't have good teachers. Some say the government is not fair enough. Some will say the children are this. So everybody's parents are this. Everybody, they are sharing their blame their own blame among the stakeholders. But I will keep on thinking when I get to my close said that these problems, there must be a way out.
That is it.
There was a bit. We say if you read and pass our exams, RASDA exams, and you come to our Read to Lead house, you will win 2 million naira scholarship to any Nigerian university.
Wow, that's
It's a scholarship,
attractive.
very attractive.
Yeah.
So when we go to states that we worked with that time, many students will sit for that our exams, and they would ask us, what should we read to pass your exams? It's simple. Go and take your WAEC syllabus. So we targeted.
You focused on.
We targeted SS2.
Okay.
That time, because they were the ones that we do WAEC the following year.
Yeah.
So they will be forced to go and read WAEC curriculum. And we are picking our questions from WAEC curriculum. Basically, what we are doing is to prepare them for WAEC.
Yes. That's
So doing increasing the rates.
So they started studying. In fact, those that were not too good students, that were just below average and average, they were reading and reading because we must go for RASDA program. So that was how the states we partner with
started increasing.
The white pass rate started increasing because but we couldn't go beyond the third season because of financial involvement. Recently, I was privileged to attend the ANA Association of Nigerian Authors, their conference, 40th anniversary conference last year, and I was privileged to be invited by Ibadan, the Oyo State chapter. Oyo State chapter. So I went there. So during the discussions, I spoke at the convention, and the national president of ANA saw something in me and said, and came out to say that, look, Mrs. Ladoja, you are telling us so many problems that we are having in the education sector and in literacy and literature. You will be our Joseph. You are the one that actually identified the problems, but you will please be the one to bring in the solutions. Therefore, we are appointing you as Association of Nigerian Authors Ambassador.
Wow.
That was how I came about it. In the next few years, let's say a decade, if this nation is continuing this our state of education, we are sitting on the yes, on the bomb, which can explode at any time. But there must be a solution. There must be a solution. So when they appointed me and they did investiture on September 8th, that's World Literacy Day last year. You know, anybody can come out to do. So I told the whole world during that time that my pet project as an ambassador will be one child, one book, 1 week.
Igniting the reading fire.
Igniting the reading fire. I've delivered a paper on igniting the reading fire in South Africa. I went back to my closet because I don't want any ceremonial project. You understand?
Exactly.
You know, there are a lot of political ceremonial to make to bring me out to show. Those are the projects we have in Nigeria.
Yes.
But we need projects that will solve problems. We were looking for what exactly is the problem. Why are our public schools not functioning? Why are these children going to school? Even because I deal one-on-one with them. If you Google my website, you will see me in the Shogbo. You will see me in Port Harcourt. You will see me almost in all the states in Nigeria talking to students in public schools. And when I get back home, I get depressed because SS1 cannot read and write. It is a book. It's serious. The problem is dual. Many teachers cannot deliver.
That is
yes, because the teachers must have, because there are comprehension skills. There are skills that they must be trained in that will make them to deliver. And mind you, we have the problem of overpopulation in public schools. There are so many negative factors that can never make those children to comprehend. And if you go to school and you can't comprehend, you have not been impacted. There's no education. With my team, we came up with some reading comprehension skills. And we now went to, because we want to introduce one child, one book, one week. But we are introducing one child, one book, 1 week to children that cannot read. That's not a fun fair.
Yes, that's true.
It's a fun fair.
What are they doing with the books?
What are they going to do with the books? So we will tell the world, they come and donate books to us because we want to do a program. A program that won't have effect.
It
won't have any result, no positive result. So we said, no, this particular one, we want it to solve this problem, and it will go a long way in solving the Nigerian education problem. So we went into action. We used 4 schools in Lagos State as our pilot. So what we did was to train the teachers first in those schools.
That is just
we trained the teachers heavily, and we trained them on those 16 skills that we help those children. So they now went back to apply those skills
while teaching the pupils.
While training the pupils, we provided, it was heavy on me, because I was the one that provided the one book, 1 week.
That is what I was going to ask also, because it is a non-profitable organization.
So I use a lot of resources, and my husband supports, so we are not on any World Bank or any United project. We are just doing.
You source for all these funds by yourself?
Yes, even if it means selling my car. So what we did was to go to the schools. We took samples of a Cambridge curriculum school. We took samples of a Nigerian curriculum, but high level. We took samples of the Nigerian curriculum mushroom school. In fact, they are under Bacha, Planks. And we took samples of a public school so that we have basis for comparison. And we now followed up to see that every two weeks we were having tests for those students, how far they are going, and we saw significant improvement. In actual fact, we did a documentary on it. We went to those schools. In fact, it's amazing, phenomenal, because even though the mushroom schools are the best.
Can you imagine?
To show that they are intelligent.
Those children are intelligent. They just get a strike for them to take off. And that's why I'm too happy with this project, that it will solve a lot of problems. Because that's why we want to encourage all schools. But the issue with the project is this. The project is about providing a book, a storybook a week. So what we did was we partnered with major publishers. That's what I was about to ask. Even some, not only major, if you can test even if you are a single author, what we want is a good book, good grammar, good prose, good everything. So because we don't want to shoot ourselves on the leg. If you are feeding them with knowledge. We are using it to make sure they build vocabulary. We are using it to make sure they know more grammar, verb, pronoun, this and that.
Themselves have to be standard.
First class. Because from the questions we are asking, we want to know whether the children are comprehending, and we are seeing improvement in comprehension. Because if you can recall, you have comprehended.
But there
is a way we train the teacher to be able to
Pass
train
that.
those children
Yes.
to recall. There are, I won't say this because
Yes, I know.
it's my it's my content.
Yes,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's my content.
Yes.
So that's why we
We
say
don't want that.
let all schools come on
True,
our,
yeah.
yes on our website, get registered there. If it is 1 million schools in Nigeria, we are capable.
Wow, that's wonderful.
And you will just pick, if you see there's a bookshelf on our website that you will just pick the books for your school. The primary one, you will see those level.
Yes.
And you'll be able to, and we have told our publishers that when you are putting your books on our website, give us the front page and a summary. And so we've tried to build the mind of that child holistically, cognitively, totally, cognitively,
All
mindset,
yes.
you know, the self-confidence,
Yes.
you know, vision building,
Yes.
Yeah.
creative thinking,
Exactly.
thinking out of the box.
Tactics.
Because what you don't have, you cannot give.
Definitely, no matter
And
what
you know, I get amazed. Mind you, our curriculum is faulty. This Nigerian education curriculum is basically 90% cognitive.
that is it.
2 times 1, 2 times 2.
It's like cramming. After cramming, it is.
And that's why you see
You don't
first class
comprehend, you
students-
just know.
Yes, first class students, you see them going to commit suicide when they finish.
That is it, auntie.
You know why? There's no connectivity between
the
the
results they have.
certificate and the society. There's only one thing that will connect: the mind that you have built with books.
Yes, that's true.
Because the mind will be able to look at the book, the certificate, and think of how the certificate will solve a problem in the nation.
I want to thank you. I wish we could go on and on because I myself have learned a lot from you today. A lot. And this thing has been going on since I was a child. And it has refused to change because it's something we are so used to. You know, go and read your book. We are only reading to pass.
Rote learning.
Just reading to pass.
Rote
After
learning.
the exam.
That's all.
And it's like, you will see the way the day we drop pen. I remember the day I dropped pen for white like this. It was like, buy the books for now. I dropped pen for my first degree. It was thank God I'm free now. But you are not free.
That is it. That's just the irony. That's why you see most of our children when they go to write exam, you be getting exam fever.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
They
will
put their legs in water.
That is it. Thank you, ma.
You are welcome.
Wow. That was a bomb, if you ask me. And I want to say, it's only on this program you can get this kind of quality because they come here to actually exhibit their various. Jomini is a wonderful talent that she has been growing with. So let us get to find out one for ourselves that will actually be a better, make us better.
Better versions of ourselves.
Make our nation. Because if each person has this kind of quality, I tell you, we won't be going through what we are going through in this country, not even only in education, in all ramifications. We'll go for our usual short break and we'll be right back. Go nowhere.
You're welcome back from that break. And I hope you enjoyed our interview because we were mesmerized, we were educated. I love how she started. I love how her father, even though he was an illiterate, he encouraged, and unconsciously she was breeding this reading culture.
She didn't know that.
And she didn't even know that.
You understand? Because Daddy was given a small sweet. And like she said, she was going to buy pesetas. Daddy thought she was reading her maths and her English.
She was developing a reading culture. She was expanding her vocabulary.
Yes. Parents. This is a clarion call to our parents.
Give your children books. Do not just throw tabs at them. Don't just throw gadgets at them. Give them books. Give them storybooks.
Because you'll be surprised your 5-year-old will speak one kind big grammar to you. You will say, wait, you sit down.
What are you again?
Well, well, that has been fun for us on the program, and we wish you had fun too. And please stay on, hook on to our next episode on the program.